Hello, HLC board. Here is the budget update that I promised. I said I would have it last week, but here I am. Another week has passed. I didn't want to just quickly rush through it. I wanted to make sure that I really gave it some thought before giving it to you. So, here in the income, you can see the increased donation, the 77,100. Amazing. It's so humbling. I can't believe we're already to that point. This is largely due to the fact that David has doubled his monthly support to $7,000 a month. We also have three other donors that each donate $100 per month. I think those monthly donors are going to really help our budget for obvious reasons because it will be consistent contributions coming in each month. Hopefully, we will be able to find some more of those generous donors. We, Lisa, Kathleen, and myself went to visit David Medore at US Digital last week. It was quite nice. We took him some cookies and we took him a card that all the teachers had signed. He really appreciated it, but he also showed appreciation for what we are doing at HLC. In a sense, he's like, I do the easy part. You guys are doing the difficult part. Anyway, very kind. It was really good to shake his hand, to meet him, to let him know who we are. I kept this budget simple. I took out all of the line items, the specific classes and things like that. I just kept the larger categories, like the program costs. I just had one number there for you. And then the admin costs, total expenses and admin. And then here you'll see the teachers. So the total cost right now is the 237,638, which leaves us in the black by 63,000. What a humongous difference from 2 years ago. Such a blessing, such a gift from God, such affirmation for what we are doing. So, with that extra money, obviously, we need to start strategically planning for the Learning Center. What can we do with that money to help the Learning Center grow, to help reach more students? The very first thing that we did is transferred $10,000 to our savings account for our rainy day fund. We plan to contribute some money to the rainy day fund every single month when those donor checks come in. So that leaves us with an overage of 53,086.86. I made a general plan of what I think we should do with this money. I think the first thing that we should do is spend some money on some marketing. It is absolutely time for a new website. We need a new professional website because everything that we do, we want it to drive the people to the website because there they can get an idea of what we do at the Learning Center. They have our contact information and then they can give us a call. So we did some research. We found two businesses that would work with us and created a new website. Both of them are giving us a discount because we are a Christian organization. Lisa and I have narrowed down which one we'd like to hire, but we do want obviously approval from the board before we make that step. Now, in my original email, I was asking for podcast coaching, which that was $3,000. I'm still requesting that, and I want you to know that it's actually more than just simply podcast coaching. Yes, throughout the training, I would end up creating a podcast, coming up with 50 topics and getting ready, getting coaching, getting some feedback, helping me with my equipment and all of that. But he also does a lot of marketing training, which is really needed because we keep talking about how we need to find our target audience. We need to speak to our audience and we need to draw people in. But quite frankly, nobody on the team knows how to do that. And it's definitely a skill that needs to be learned. I need to learn to really communicate what we do at Hope Learning Center, why people should come, people should donate to Hope Learning Center and to the cause, but also why should people enroll in Hope Learning Center? And I'm working on that on my own, but having a coach would just fuel my time, I guess you'd say. It would help increase I could get through this more quickly, and I'm willing to put in the time, but I would like to be compensated just for the cost of that coaching. Also, I think especially as we start getting into early winter and spring, come February, I think we should start doing some sort of Google or Facebook ads because that will be before enrollment. So to try to spike some interest and get people to enroll. I put a little bit of money for the fundraiser. I have no idea. We might need more than that. This fundraiser's new. We're getting planning. It depends how many donations we get and all of that, but I just put some money in there. It might need to be more, maybe it'll be less, but I wanted some wiggle room there. Now, I've been giving the teachers bonuses, mostly the teachers that have very low enrollment but are still coming to teach their classes. So, I've been doing a couple hundred a month. I based it on their class and how often they're coming and the fact that they only have some of the classes have like 3 students in them. So I just was trying to compensate that a little bit because we obviously really appreciate them coming to teach. It helped to keep us going. We didn't want to cancel the classes. Lisa and I are currently Lisa is based on a 24-hour week, but she's really putting in more time than that. So I would like to increase it to 28 hours a week. I'm currently at 16 hours a week, which is not enough. I'd like to increase that to 20. Now, these salaries, teacher salaries, I call them salaries. I don't know if that's really the right word because we're paying them as independent contractors, but you get the point. Whatever we're paying the teachers, Lisa and my salary, as well as the receptionist, I have a lot of work to do on this, but I just kind of threw this out as a Band-Aid for right now, but I'm going to be contacting some Christian schools in the area. I'm trying to gather some data. I'm trying to get a realistic view of what hourly rates should be or how we go about creating this salary. Of course, we want to pay our people for their work, but we also have to be close to what the market can or where the market is for a private institution like ours. So I am going to be doing more work on this, but I feel like this is a little bit of a band aid. This will help us get through this school year. Now, I also had requested that receptionist. This is an estimate of hiring somebody basically at minimum wage, which is just under $16 an hour for about 20 hours. I think I did my math right. Um, so that's that basic thing, but we even kinda talked about maybe just having a mom do some of it and maybe comp her some classes instead, but I know it was communicated that you want us to make sure that we pick the right person, and we wanna find the right person as well. This is the first phase of Hope Learning Center. They sit at the reception desk, and it can be the very first contact that parents can have. And this person, the receptionist, we will give them some admin tasks to do. We've already drummed up a pretty good list, but also they're going to just be networking and encouraging parents and being that friendly first face that people see when they come. This general tutoring fund, I would like to start because we have students who need extra help, but their families do not have the money to pay for tutoring. So, what I'd like to do here is have a little fund where we can pay the teachers for their tutoring time for those students that need that extra time. I just put a little buffer here for classroom needs. I don't really know of any specific needs at this point. I think we're pretty settled. So I kept that pretty low. But again, as we get closer to making our next year's budget, I will be talking to the teachers about what their needs are and what that number needs to be. I also put a chunk for the rainy day fund as well, and I just made it a zero budget because I've been advised that it's good to make a plan for all of the money that's coming in. So there you have it. I hope that explains where we are. It's again, I already said it, but it's very humbling to be in this position where we're actually in the black and we have people supporting us. It's a much different thing. But I would ask that you definitely be praying for me as I kind of tackle the teacher pay, administrative pay issue. It's To be honest, it's a stressful point, but I'm doing a lot of research. I'm asking a lot of questions, and I know that we'll be able to come up with something that makes sense. So I guess what I'm asking is, do I have permission to move ahead on creating a new website and getting that podcast and marketing training? I believe the 2 of those things together will be about 4 to $5,000. So, if you guys are okay with that as you see this budget, I'd sure appreciate it if you could let me know as soon as possible and ask any other questions. I don't mind your questions. When you ask me questions, I know it means that you're paying attention and that you care about the health of Hope Learning Center. So, thank you for being on the team. And I look forward to our meeting in January where I will go into more detail on some of these things. I already have plans for these items to be on our agenda. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. Until next time, take care.